Hi guys, today here at Tampa Tech Review, in this short video we're going to show you how to build your own tripod mount for the iPhone 4S. What you're going to need is you're going to need a bracket, L-shaped bracket that you can find at your local hardware store. You're going to need a 1/4 inch nut and a 1/4 inch washer. You're going to need a set of Velcro strips, a cheap phone case, and of course the head to your tripod. The one we're using here comes off of a Sunpack tripod, I believe. So the reason that you see more than just the stuff that you need to do it with is we have enough stuff to do it for 2 different devices. So what we're doing is we're going to make one for the iPhone 4S, and then at some other time we'll probably make one for an Android device, just so that we have it, that we can use it on multiple smartphones. So as you can see over here, the Velcro pieces here are slightly smaller than the ones that you see on the left. What we've done is we went ahead and cut these down so that they fit the mount a little bit better, and we've also went ahead and painted the L bracket black in this case so that it blends in a little bit better with the tripod. The case that we have here we got from a local Sprint store. This costs about $5. All in all, to get the materials to build it twice, it run you, including the $5 that we spent on the iPhone case, it'd cost you about $12–13 to build this whole entire thing. So let's get started and show you how to get it done. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to pull off the adhesive backing on your Velcro strip. And you're going to take this piece and we're going to line it up down here. And stick it on like so. Make sure you press it down so that it's firmly on there. And once we have that done, we'll set that to the side. And we'll get our iPhone case and our other Velcro strip. And we'll peel it off and apply this Velcro strip to the iPhone case. And what you're going to want to do is make sure you have it lined up where it's going to go on the phone. I think that's about good right there. Once this is put on your case, you're probably not going to be able to take it off. So that's why it's good to have a throwaway case. Make sure that it's on there really well. And it is. So that's good to go. So next you're going to want to take your iPhone and you're going to want to put it inside your case. So we'll go ahead and do that now. It's in there, snug. Okay. Good to go. So now that we have the iPhone mounted in the case, let's bring back out the L bracket, your tripod head, the 1/4 inch nut, and the 1/4 inch washer. Before we mount this to your tripod head, I just want to talk about the L bracket just a little bit. When we purchased this L bracket, it had 4 holes drilled on each surface, on the back and on the bottom. Now, all 4 holes were equal size. You need a 1/4 inch hole to match up to your 1/4" screw in your tripod base. So we used a 1/4" drill bit, drilled out the far left hole, and I'll tell you why we picked the far left hole in a minute. And so now it's the right size to fit the screw that's in the tripod head. So what we want to do now is we want to take the angle bracket, put it on top of the tripod head, and put your washer on top of that. Now the screw in your tripod head may slide down, so you want to hold it from the bottom as we've done here, and then take the nut and tighten it up on the top. So now that we've done that, you have the L bracket mounted to a simple tripod head. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tighten this up a little so that it's definitely snug and not going to go anywhere. But essentially you can see basically how the whole thing is going to work. You've got it mounted to the head of your tripod, and the Velcro is going to hold the iPhone in place. Okay, so now that we have the nut tightened down and the L bracket is securely attached to the tripod mount, what we're going to do is we're going to spin it around. We're going to take the iPhone and we're going to match up the edges of the two pieces of Velcro, and we're just going to attach it, push together. And so now your iPhone is securely attached to the tripod head. So now that we have the iPhone 4S attached to the L bracket and your tripod mount, this is a pretty stable platform, pretty stable way of securing your iPhone to a tripod mount. I mean, it's not like it's bolted on or anything. I mean, it is held on by Velcro, but to basically do panning shots or have a stable way of securing video with your iPhone, this is a pretty good way of doing it. Now, as far as why we used the far left hole, why we enlarged that to use that as our tripod mount and didn't drill one in the center, if you notice on the iPhone 4S, the camera is all the way over on the left hand side. If you have it, you know, in this orientation where, you know, your sleep button is down here on the right hand side. So what you wanted to do is you want to make sure that you have your camera as close to the pivot point of your tripod head, so that when you're panning it back and forth or moving it, that you're going to be moving almost at the axis of where the camera and the tripod mount meet. So that's a very good reason to have the mount as far over to the left hand side, which is where your camera is anyway on the iPhone 4S. So that's why we put it there, and that's the reason why you're going to want to do that. So let's take this thing outside and see how it does. Okay guys, so to recap this project and what you're going to need. You're going to need a relatively cheap iPhone 4S case. You're going to need your L bracket, your 1/4" nut and 1/4" washer. You're going to need 2 strips of Velcro. And we also recommend that you have a rubber band. And the reason for that is once you get done, and let's say this is not going to be your main case, this is going to be a case that you're only going to use when you're doing video, and you want to use it on a tripod, then you're going to want to take this all apart. Now, if you want to carry it around with you and you don't want to lose anything, the bracket itself is probably going to be kind of hard to lose because it's decent size. And the case itself, that's not really going to be much of an issue. But what about the 1/4 inch nut and the 1/4 inch washer? Well, since we did cut down the Velcro from its original size, we don't really want to let anything go to waste. We think that there's a use for that. So if you have the one extra piece that we talked about here, which is the rubber band, this can help you keep all of this stuff together, and we'll show you how to do that right now. Okay guys, so as you can see, we've taken the L bracket off of the tripod mount, and in doing so, now we have the 1/4 inch nut and the 1/4 inch washer and your iPhone case. So if you want to carry this around with you, and say this case is not going to be your main case, you're going to use this only when you want to have video from your iPhone 4S when it's mounted on a tripod, well, how do you keep up with all this? Well, as you can see, and as we talked about earlier, we have 2 strips that were left over from when we trimmed the Velcro to go on our L bracket, and when we trimmed it off of the piece that went on our iPhone 4S case. So we don't feel that, we should waste any of it, and we think there's a use for this. So only thing else you really need is you need a rubber band. So if you take your rubber band and you pinch the end of it, pick up your washer, feed the end through the hole in your washer, and then pinch it again. Pick up your 1/4 inch nut, feed the rubber band through there. Now you have both the nut and the washer in the middle of your rubber band. So what we think you should do is you should take this small piece of Velcro that you had left over, feed it through the rubber band so you have it hanging like this. Take the other piece of Velcro that you had that was left over, apply the smaller piece of Velcro to it so that it hangs across, and now you have the 1/4 inch washer and nut secured to the Velcro. So you take your L bracket, take the piece of Velcro and apply it to that. Now they're held together, and your iPhone 4S case also has Velcro on the back of it, so you can take it and just sit it on top of it like this, and now all of it's together. Take this, throw it in your backpack, throw it in your glove box or what have you, wherever you're going to keep it, and now you have a way to keep all this stuff together so that when you want to use it again, you just pop your iPhone in it, pull the stuff apart, reassemble it, and you're ready to go. So that's it for our how to make a tripod mount for the iPhone 4S. We hope you liked this video. If you have, don't forget to subscribe and follow our channel, and we'll see you in the next video.